Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sasha Marsh, and on this channel I do a little bit of everything. I'm going to be doing some natural hair videos, some natural skin videos, some story time, some vlogs, and I'm also going to be speaking about my transition from Grenada to the United Kingdom. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome to the family, and for my returning viewers, welcome back. For those who have subscribed to my channel, I want to tell you guys a big thank you for the support. It is greatly appreciated and it's not unseen. I've seen it and I was amazed because I haven't been posting for a while, and some of you guys still subscribe to my channel, so I appreciate it a whole lot. So thank you guys so much. So guys, today's video will be talking about my transition from Grenada to the United Kingdom slash sort of like a story time, two of them entwined with each other. So as I said previously, I have not been posting for a while, and this is the reason. I'm going to be explaining the reason why I haven't been posting for such a long time. So first of all, I want to thank God for having me where I am now and for providing for me, for making ways where no man was able to make ways. Guys, I am blessed, and who God bless, no man curse. Yeah, so let's get into this video. So guys, I came to the United Kingdom in August of 2021. My son and I came here to meet my ex, which I'm going to refer to as sir in this video, and in any video I have to speak about that particular person. So we came here, I came here on a spousal visa, and a spousal visa is basically you come here to meet your spouse. You can come, I came on a 5-year route, which is you spend 2.5 years and then you reapply again for another 2.5 years. And after that 5 years, then you can file for your indefinite leave to remain, being that you and your spouse has made it to 5 years. Unfortunately, in my case, I did not even make it to 2.5 years. So this is what this video is going to be about. So again, I came here in August of 2021 with my son. And guys, a lot was going on when I came. And even before I came, a lot was going on. But when I got here, my intentions were to work on my marriage, fix the little cracks here and there that we had, and that was just my intention, to build my family with my ex. A lot was going on, which up to this day I think was not normal. I just believe that this was more than what the eyes can see. I think it was more of a spiritual thing than a physical thing, and I believe that up to this day, I don't know what is going to change my mind, but I believe that is what happened, because the strange things that was happening is so unreal. And I'm a very prayerful person, so I pray a lot. And during that time, when you have to pray more than usual, you get this feeling when you have to pray more than usual. And this feeling was just coming upon me because I couldn't sleep. There was just a lot happening that, to me, I'm saying, what is causing all these things? So the first thing I prayed for, remembering, is when I was praying for my marriage and my family. And then I started to pray to God to reveal my enemies, people who are not for me. And it was revealed to me a particular person that, I'm telling you, I prayed about that the morning, and the next day that was revealed to me. And then that particular person name kept coming up, coming up, coming up. And I'm like, this is crazy, because I wasn't expecting that person to be creating conflict within my marriage, and I'm going to speak about that in another video. There are a lot of videos to come, but this video I'm just giving you guys an insight, a rundown of just what was going on. So in December, an incident happened between Sir and I, and Sir was like, I want a divorce. And then at first, I was like, the only person that should be asking for a divorce right here should be me. I'm the one who is being treated like crap, right? But after really after sitting down and really thinking about it and talking to God about it, I came to the conclusion that that would be the best solution to the issue for us to separate, because this wasn't working. The disrespect was just too much. And being that I know who I am and I can be a very disrespectful person, so being that it wasn't even coming from me, I was even like taken back because I am the person, I don't accept disrespect. You cannot talk to me how you want or treat me how you want. And I was not the one that was creating the issues. So I was just like, this is what is better. And it was what was better for us as a couple, and individually, it was what was better for us. But with me agreeing that that was better, that caused more friction, just more conflict because I agreed. It created a really bad atmosphere. And I was like, previously, before we spoke about have getting a divorce, my son and I already had a ticket to travel to Grenada in February to handle some stuff that was for my son. We had to go back to Grenada to handle the stuff. So we already had a ticket, and I was just like, when I go back to handle those stuff, instead of returning, I'm just going to stay back home because it was just too much, and a divorce was the best option for us. So I'm saying, well, everything is situated, but it was not. It became worse. In January of 2021, an incident happened where I was just like, this is enough, this is the last straw for me. It involved my son, and it was the last straw. During everything that was going on, I speak to God as if I speak to a friend. And I know he talks back to me. People may think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy because I actually do speak to God. Like, I speak to him and I get answers. Yeah. So it's like two persons talking and I get answers. So during everything that was happening before December and the divorce and stuff, the topic of divorce coming up, the spirit was just like, be calm, no argument, no talking back, no defending yourself, no, just be still. I was just hearing be still, and I decided to be still because I was asking for signs, and I was getting the signs I was asking for. So being still, though it was a very difficult task for somebody like me, I did it. I was still. I was not, even when an argument arises, I was not going to participate in any conflict matter whatsoever. In February, when the incident happened with my son, my hands was tied because that was just the last straw for me. And I called the police. The police came, and it ended with my son and I being removed from the home. Moved from the home, and they brought us into a hotel. Now, the room we got was very small. It had two beds, a TV, a sink, and a kettle. That's all the room came with. There was a bathroom at the outside where other people who lived in the hotel will use. We had to use that bathroom also, which was very uncomfortable. Um, I was just like, this wouldn't be long because previously, before all this happened, the plan was in February that I would just return home, and I really didn't care what anybody had to say. Like, I wasn't thinking about anybody and how they're going to see this or think about this. My main thing was to provide a stable environment for my son. That was just my main goal. That is it. I wasn't even thinking about myself. I was thinking about my son. No child deserves to be put in such a situation, and I would never intentionally put my son in that situation. So I was just like, well, February is right there, so I wouldn't be in this situation for too long, and I was okay with that. Guys, went into this hotel. 3 days after entering that hotel, I got an email saying that your refund has been confirmed. And I'm like, from the airline that I was traveling back to Grenada with, I was just like, what the hell is going on? What refund? Read through the email and saw that our ticket was canceled and a refund was requested and it has been granted. I got on the phone, called the airline, asked them like what happened. There was like, this these flights were canceled, and I was like, I didn't cancel this flight. And they were like, well, the person that paid for the flight has a right to ask for a refund, and that was done. And I was just like, God, I'm telling you, I felt so like the piece of hope I had was just gone. I was shattered because I was not about to stay in a foreign country and suffer, be living in this small room, because there was things that I didn't know was I was able to do. So in my mind, I'm like, what am I going to do with this situation now? And I was like, God, you said that you had me. You told me to be still. I'm still. Look what is happening. And I was just like really frustrated. So people came to speak to me. Social service had to get involved because the last incident that happened, my son was involved. And once kids are involved, social service will get involved. They got involved, and they put things in place. They had us in the hotel. But then when you come in the UK on a spousal visa, you don't have any access to public funds. And I had only started working 3 months prior to everything that happened. So I did not have enough financial income or support, and I was not able to work because where they moved me to is far away from where I got the job. So I don't have enough money or anything to support my son and I. So I'm like, God, what is going on? I was just like starting to question things like, what happened? Should I have called the police? Was that the right decision to make? But the spirit made, I'm telling you, everything happened. And I felt like if I knew I was supposed to do that. I didn't make a wrong decision by doing that. But in the time when everything is going on, I just was like, I should have just stayed and endure until the date for me to travel back to Grenada, because look at the situation that I put myself in now. And people came, they spoke to me because the police gave me some numbers to call. And I thought, okay, let's see what goes on. They did give me some information that maybe there are things that we can go about, but I would need to speak to a solicitor. Now, 2 weeks into being into the accommodation, uh, homeless application was applied for, and that was denied. Guys, I became homeless in the United Kingdom. I was not on the street, but I had to apply for a homeless application. I was homeless. Basically, I was homeless. And that homeless application was denied. No, I'm even questioning God even more now because I'm like, what is going on? But I'm questioning today, and then 2 minutes after, I'm on my knees praying and asking God to open doors to do what He needs to do. And I really did before everything happened, and I was praying to God. I told God really and truly, like, this is in your hands. I don't want nothing to do with this. This is too much for me. I'm not understanding what is going on. So I guess that it's not humanly, people are just not humanly able to understand what is going on. So I'm taking my hands off all this. So even when I was in the situation when it just started and I was in the hotel, I felt like, if Sasha, you already gave God this. Like, there are days you feel really frustrated, but then there are days you remember, like, you gave God this. God is like, God is God, like, you know? And when that came in, when they said that it was denied, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. But then someone came, they spoke to me, they told me I need to get a solicitor, but they cannot recommend any solicitor to me. And I was like, and I needed a legal aid solicitor. When you come here, you don't have any access. Once you come on a spousal visa, you don't have any access to public funds. So me living in this accommodation, meaning that I'm there illegal in it because I don't have money to pay. I have no access to public funds. And I'm like, okay, let's get the solicitor, thinking that this is just going to be okay when you ring up a solicitor and everything is sorted. No, it wasn't like that. I had to call numbers after numbers. Days were passing, and my application has already been denied. So I'm calling, and everyone is like, we no longer do legal aid, or the distance you're living is too far. We're unable to handle your case. And I was calling every solicitor I could, from the north, the south, the east, the west, anywhere I see legal aid, I was calling. On the fifth day, I was really ready to give up by the fifth day because it was days. I have a book of numbers, lawyers, like solicitors, everything, just information, writing down. It was so many people I called. So on the fifth day, I was really drained, and I was just like, I'm so tired. I am so tired. I just can't do this. I felt like giving up. But on that day when I called, I think it was the third number or the fourth number I called, and the person said that they're not sure if they are able to do it, but they will speak to the supervisor and get back to me. Now, no one could recommend like a solicitor to me. It's against the law for like the people that were supporting me to recommend a solicitor. The Monday came, and they called me back and said, yes, they're able to pick my case up. And I was like, thank you, Lord, because I was about to be homeless. The day, I had 2 days to leave. So the Sunday was the last day for me to be in that accommodation. So some calls was made, and they extended it 2 weeks because they explained that I'm looking for a solicitor to pick my case up, and there were things that could be done, which I didn't even know that there were things that could be done to like help me in that situation that I was in. I was clueless. I just wanted to go back home. That is all I wanted to do, to be honest, just go back home. And but there were things that was put in place because domestic violence was involved. So there were things that was put in place because I guess like the government knows that there are marriages that ends up in these sort of a situation. So there are things put in place to help you in situations. So do not feel because you're here on a spousal visa, that the person that you're with, whether it be male or a female, could treat you and abuse you as they want. There are things put in place to help you in situations like that. It's not easy, but there are things put in place. So I got the solicitor, got my time extended, and then the solicitor explained to me that because domestic violence is involved, then we can apply for this visa. And I was like, I don't have any choice. What else am I going to do? The only person that knew what was happening was my mom. And I was like, don't tell anybody what is going on. This was the only person I told, because my mom used to always call. And it was hard, like, other people will call, and it was easier, like saying, like, I'm fine, I'm good. But my mom knows her child. She knows when something is not right. So my mom was the only person I told, and she was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to come back? And I said, of course I want to come back. But I would need tickets for two persons to return back home. So when the solicitor gave me the option, and I was like, well, let's go for it then. And we did go for it. That visa that we got was 3 months, right? That allows you to get public fund, and then it allows you to get accommodation. They gave me the extension with the conditions that I apply for that new visa and that it's accepted. I applied for it, and it was accepted. So again, I was like, thank God this is working. This is going not the best, because you're still in a very small room, very uncomfortable, and it was just not a good situation. I was grateful that my son, though he was affected by what happened, it wasn't as severe as it could have been. He was able to continue school in the school that he originally started in. So they didn't want to put too much of pressure on him by moving him into a new school to get into new friends. Remember, we have no one here. They wanted him to have a sense of comfort, I should say. So he had that sense of comfort. Comfort is not the right word, but I know what I'm trying to say. But they kept him in the school, and that school was almost half an hour drive every day to go to school. And I'm so grateful that he was able to continue until he went to secondary school. Guys, all this happened about a year and some ago. So it was just a lot that was going on. And during all that, I was not thinking about posting videos, to be honest. I did post a few videos, but I just couldn't continue. I really didn't want to stop, because this is something I always wanted to do, but I just couldn't continue with posting and doing all that. So that's why I haven't been posting for a minute. I mean, a while. I mean, a very long time. I was going through it. I was getting whipped. So we got that visa, that 3 months visa. And I'm telling you guys, like, literally, things was happening so weird. I don't think this was normal. I really don't think this was normal. So whoever is there trying to destroy me, it's not going to work. Like, it's not going to work. Got this visa, excited. Okay, God has shown up. Right. This visa had to be sent to my son and I, because my son had to get his, it was for both of us. Got these visas now, and it's on a card, right? This card came, my son own, his is good. My card came, and the information on the card is correct, but the photo on the card is a photo of my son. Like what is happening? What is happening? I'm like, one step forward, one step back. It's like I'm not moving, because with that card, I'm now able to look for jobs and start to work. And bring some income for myself. Even with that, even though with that visa, I'm still able to get funding. I still wanted to get my own job to do my own stuff. It's not the world of money you're getting, so you still want to be able to do your own stuff. So with his photo on my card, I was unable to use the card. And I'm like, what is going on with me? What is happening? Yeah, guys, guys, I spent 7 months in a hotel. 7 months in a hotel because the enemy was just attacking me one after the other, one after the other. Don't talk about certain things that happened in the hotel itself. That's for a whole nother story. Guys, you think I could have really focused on creating videos at that time? I would have loved to. Additional to all what was going on, all the products that I had, everything was thrown away. Sir threw away everything. So I basically had to start from scratch. It was just too much. But I'm grateful that I was able to pass through this with my head still in order. No, I'm really grateful I was able to pass through this without going crazy. God was amazing. I mean, the people God has placed in my life during that situation, amazing people. The support was amazing. I could not have done it without my boas. God just sent my boas. They were there each step of the way. They were there supporting me in any way they were able to. And I'm so grateful that, life throws you a lot of shady things. And this is my story. This is my experience. It wasn't, it didn't happen to me to break me, but to make me to evaluate a lot of things, to expose a lot of things, to bring me closer to God. Everything happened for a reason. And I'm just taking the good out of what happened because no one wants to be in a situation. I don't think anybody will come here on such a visa with the intention or thinking that this situation is not going to work. So I was just in a very bad situation, and posting and stuff was not the right thing to do at that time because the people who are the enemies, they're watching you. And sometimes God needs to hide you, from the people who are looking that are trying to destroy you. So I was hidden for that time so God can do his work. I was hidden and I see it. I choose to see it like that because the wonders that happened in my life during that journey, man was not able to do that. That was only by God. The grace of God was, I'm telling you, there are stories I need to tell you guys because what happened was only by the grace of God. Even people I've spoken to about, look what God has done. People who doesn't even believe in God is saying, Sasha, whoever you pray to, they really showed up for you. They really showed up for you. And these are people who doesn't even believe in God. Yeah? So I'm telling you that do not come here and think that because you're in a relationship with someone on a spousal visa that they can treat you and do you what they want. It doesn't work like that. And no one has a right to treat you, in any disrespectful manner. In no disrespectful manner. Don't allow anybody to do you that. Do your research, look at things, do better than I did, because through all these things was going on, I wasn't even looking for solution. I was just looking to carry myself back home. That is all I was focusing on, really, to get my son out of this situation. I wasn't looking for no way to remain here. I was looking to head back home. And a lot has happened from the time that this started to on now. On now, there's a lot more I have to tell you guys about, and I will, but I'm not going to give you guys all the gist in one video. So we're stopping at, we got our 3 months visa approved, and mine was had an error. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a comment, leave a like, guys. Let's get this channel up and running, okay? 2023 is a blessed year. You guys are blessed. I pray only success for each and every one that is going to view this video. I pray that life will show you only favor. I pray for favor on each and every one that is going to view this video. I pray for favor on your life. Okay? So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.